Hey Emma, I've been thinking a lot about how to get better at English grammar. Any ideas?
Oh, totally. Grammar can be tricky, but there are a few things that can make it easier. What have you been trying so far?
Mostly just reading and hoping the rules stick. But I keep getting confused with things like tenses. It's like, do I say I have gone or I had gone?
I know, right? English can be so weird like that. But one of the best ways to get those rules down is by practicing with examples. Ever tried writing out sentences using different tenses?
Can't say I have. Sounds kind of boring though, don't you think?
It can be if you're just doing drills, but what if you turn it into a game? Like, try writing a short story and see how many different tenses you can use.
A story? That could be fun. And it'd help me see how the tenses work in context, huh?
Exactly. Plus, when you're reading, pay attention to how authors use tenses. They're pros at making grammar work for them.
Good point. I've also heard that watching movies and shows with subtitles helps too. Does that really work?
Oh, totally. When you're listening and reading at the same time, you get to see how grammar fits into real conversations. It's like a 2-for-1 deal, grammar and vocabulary boost.
I like that idea. I'll start with some shows I've already watched so I don't get lost in the plot.
Perfect. And don't forget about grammar apps. Some of them make learning grammar super interactive.
Any you'd recommend?
Grammarly's great for quick checks, and Duolingo has some fun exercises too. But honestly, just writing more and reading actively can do wonders.
Makes sense. I'll give those a try. You're like my grammar guru, Emma.
Haha, happy to help, Jasvir. Just remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. Grammar's like a puzzle, you've just gotta find the pieces that fit.
Thanks, Emma. I'm feeling a lot more confident about tackling this now. Let's see if I can put all these tips to good use.
You've got this, Jasvir. And if you get stuck, just hit me up. We'll figure it out together.
Deal. Thanks again, Emma.
Anytime.
So, Emma, what about grammar books? Are they any good, or just too old school?
Oh, grammar books can be super useful. But you've got to find one that's not too dry. Some of the newer ones are actually pretty engaging. They have exercises that make you think instead of just memorizing rules.
I've always thought of grammar books as boring, but maybe I should give them another shot. Any recommendations?
English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy is a classic, but it's really well done. It's got clear explanations and loads of practice exercises. It's like the grammar Bible for English learners.
Sounds like a good place to start. I'll check it out. But what about speaking? I mean, grammar's one thing, but using it in real life is a whole other story.
You're right. Speaking is where the real challenge comes in. The key is to practice in a safe space where you won't feel judged. Ever tried language exchange apps?
I've heard of them, but haven't tried any. Do they really help?
Definitely. You get to chat with native speakers, and they'll correct your grammar as you go. Plus, it's a great way to make friends from all over the world.
That sounds awesome. I guess making mistakes is part of the process, huh?
Exactly. Don't be afraid to mess up. That's how you learn. And honestly, native speakers mess up too. It's all about communication at the end of the day.
You're right. I gotta stop stressing about being perfect and just start speaking more.
Yep. And if you're ever unsure about something, just ask. Most people are happy to help, and it's better than staying quiet and not learning.
True. I'll definitely give those apps a shot. And maybe I'll start a grammar journal too, write down new things I learn.
That's a great idea. You could jot down tricky sentences or rules that trip you up, and review them later. It'll help cement what you've learned.
I'm feeling more motivated now. Grammar's starting to seem less scary and more like a puzzle, like you said.
That's the spirit. Remember, it's all about progress, not perfection. You're already on the right track.
Thanks, Emma. I'll keep at it and see how far I can go. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a grammar pro like you someday.
Haha, you're well on your way, Jasvier. Just keep practicing and enjoy the journey.
Will do.